Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream. Today we're diving into a big concept, and it's at the heart of every successful business, and that is value proposition design. Value proposition design. Now I know that sounds technical, but I promise it's not. It's really about one question. What makes your business stand out in a crowd, right? That's what it's really all about. So thank you for joining me. If you're joining us, happen to catch us live, go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know you're here, and I'll bring your comment on the screen and we can talk about it. If you check us out on the replay, you can leave a comment and we'll address that on the replay as well. But, folks, just to let you know, again, I'm Stephen Wicks. This is Winning Wednesdays, and I'm going live. I do not like going live. This is new for me, right? But I'm forcing myself to go live. And I would suggest that you do the same, because what it's going to do is give you some real good skills in terms of presentation, in terms of getting better at public speaking. Going live also lets people know what your personality is like. There's a lot of benefits to going live daily. I think the algorithms also appreciate when people go live on a regular basis. And if your content is resonating with people, then you will get eyeballs on your content, which can lead to business, right? So go live. Join me in my uncomfortableness. But anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into the topic here, why we're here. So what is a value proposition? So simply put, a value proposition is what you offer your customers that solves their problems or meets their needs better than anybody else. It's that unique promise that you can make to your audience about what they can expect when they do business with you, right? So what is a customer going to experience when they do business with you? That is a question that you need to know how to answer. You need to craft an experience for your customers. Think of it this way. Why should someone choose you over a competitor? So you need to craft and create this experience that will just blow them away, because that's the only way they're going to recommend you to their friends and to their friends and family, is because they're going to be so blown away by how you took care of them. And that is going to be a result of a lot of intentional work that you do. You have to do a lot of intentional work to make that happen. And that the first step of that is, what is your value proposition? Okay? So now let's talk about why it matters. Let me tell you that this is crucial. Having a strong value proposition helps attract the right customers, and it can help build loyalty in your business. Think about Chick-fil-A, how loyal people are to Chick-fil-A, or Publix, or Apple. Okay, there's some brands that people are just so loyal to. And the reason that they're loyal to them is because the company painstakingly has a mission. They know who their customers are. They know what problems they're solving for their customers, and they do it consistently. And they try to be the best at it. And so that's how you get raving, fanatical fans of your business, when you can help them solve a problem, when you can help them with whatever they need, provide whatever they need, and do it in such a way, in a consistent basis, and just craft this beautiful experience. That's how they open up their mouths and they talk to their friends and their family. That's how you create a culture and a tribe around your product or your service. Okay, so that's why it's very crucial to spend a little time to work on your value proposition. So when the customers believe in that value, when you say it to them and then they experience it, that's when they become really big believers. That's when they choose to stick with you. It also helps you focus your marketing, and it saves you time and money, because once you know who your customer is, then you know where you can find them. You know where they shop. You know where they're spending their time on social media. So you don't have to just spend a whole lot of dollars out there just into the air. You know exactly where to spend your dollars, your marketing dollars, because you have a unique understanding of your customer. So building that value proposition is super, super important. And I hope we can all get to it sooner than later, because, a lot of people start businesses and a lot of us go out of business just as quick because you start spending money, you don't have the revenue coming in, and you can't support the business. Payroll, all those issues pop up. I've had a lot of those issues, so you're not alone. Trust me. I understand how hard it is to try to stay in business. So spend a little time and try to understand your customer and what they're looking for and how you can give it to them better, like I said, than anybody else. Let's go to our next slide here. So a strong value proposition has three main parts. First, it clearly identifies a problem that your target customer faces, right? What are their issues? You have to know what you're solving. Second, it explains how your product or service solves that problem uniquely or better than anybody else. So you know what their problem is, and you know how you can solve that problem for them. Third, it highlights any specific benefits that make your solution valuable to them, right? You got to have benefits, like why you, and you have to be able to explain that in a very simple and concise statement. Once you do that, it's game over, because that's what it's all about. You take away all of the indecision that people have. Most people are time conscious. Time is the one commodity that you can't get back, your time. And so when people are looking for solutions for problems, they want to be able to find something that works very quickly and reliably. The problem is that, sure, there's a lot of commercials on television, there's a lot of commercials on social media, but you don't know if you should trust these people, right? They say they can solve your problem, but you don't really know. You have no idea if they're telling you the truth. And so if you're able to identify what their problem is and say it in a way that resonates with them, oh, he must be talking to me. That's what I'm going through. When you're able to reach people in that way, you start to impact them, right? And they start to open up to listen. Now I can listen to you because you apparently know what you're talking about. You describe me to a T. And that goes to knowing your customers. One of the ways that you can know your customers is by sending surveys, and we'll talk about that, right? But send a survey out to ask them what their biggest problems that they're dealing with. And that will take you far in terms of in terms of crafting a good value proposition. Okay? So let's say you own a small business consulting service, and your value proposition is, I offer business advice. Okay. Hopefully you're with me, we're tracking, and you can see that that's not good enough to just say, I offer business advice. When you walk into a restaurant, you meet someone at a conference and they say, hey, what do you do? And you say, well, I do business advice. I offer business advice. That's not good enough, right? So your value proposition has to be more specific. You have to say something like, I help small businesses cut expenses by up to 25% within 3 months by streamlining their operations. Oh, wow. They must be talking to me. I need my operation streamlined, and I'd like to cut my expenses by 25% within 3 months. See how much information is in that statement? And so that's what you need to be thinking about with your business. How do you help people? What is the timeline? How quickly can you help them? And then you have to not only just say it, but you have to do it. And when you do that on a consistent basis, that's how you get customers. You see how that statement was more appealing? It speaks directly to a need that they have. All the information is there for them to make a decision. You know what? I think I'm going to give this person a shot, because they were able to identify exactly what I need. They told me how quickly they were going to do it, and they told me how they were going to do it in one simple statement. So I think that deserves a listen. Maybe I should kind of pay attention. Maybe I'll let them present to me, because just off the bat, they seem to know what they're talking about as it relates to my problem. Okay. So again, thanks for joining this live stream. If you have any comments or questions, so we're at this stage with BlackBusinessList.com and our streaming that we don't really typically get anybody live. So if you're watching this on the replay, most people are going to see this on the replay because the algorithms do not promote our live streams right now. So I'm speaking out into the ether. I'm just speaking out to no one right now. And that's okay, because I know how this works. You have to put in the reps, you have to put in the time, and then you get paid, so to speak. You get paid after you put in that time, and you get that experience, and the algorithms start to kick in, and you have to have something that people want to hear, right? You have to be presenting something that people want to hear. So we understand that, and so there's no problem with that. So let's go ahead to our next slide here. So now it's time for you to create your own value proposition. And to start creating your own, here are 3 questions that you need to answer. The first one is, who are you helping? Who is your ideal customer? Your ideal customer, the perfect customer, the customer that would just, if they sent you an email or if they called you, you would be ecstatic, because that's exactly the type of customer that you want to service or that you want to sell to. Who is that customer? What are their needs, right? What are their needs? What keeps them up at night? What type of problems do they just, if I could just solve this? Right? That's what you need to know about your ideal customer. And then what specific problem are you solving for them? Right? They have problems. Which one are you solving? And be very specific. So don't, in our example before, we said, I offer business advice. That wasn't good enough. We had to be more specific and say, well, what type of advice? How are you going to do it? Right? And then the next question is, how does your solution work better than others? Oh, this is a big one. There are tons of businesses. If you go to BlackBusinessList.com, our business directory, and you look at one of the categories, you have multiple businesses listed in the directory under most categories. So the consumer has to now pick which one they're going to contact. So how they decide you is that you have a solution that works for them better than everybody else. Right? If you focus on this in your business, if you focus on that, all of your customers are going to start talking about you. All of your customers are going to start sharing it with their friends and their families, because they're going to be so elated that they found a business that understands them, that gets them, and that just gets the job done. Whatever that thing is, or whatever that service is, that product, that's how you get raving fans. You have to be better than everybody else. That's just it, period. That has to be your mindset. Your mindset has to be, I'm going to be better than everybody else in my category. You have to have that mentality if you're going to win. If you don't have that mentality, you might as well stop. You might as well not even try. Go get a job or go invest, because running a business is a different beast. It is a different beast. I've been beat up by this beast for many, many, many years. I'm still here. I don't know how I'm still here, but we're here. But let me tell you, the only way you're going to survive is just by trying to get better day by day, week by week. You have to be intentional. You have to sit down. Excuse me, I got a little nasal issues here. You have to sit down. Allergies. On the live stream, you can't make this stuff up. Anyway, but you have to say, no one's going to be better than me. No one is going to be better than me at this. No one is going to be better than us at this. You have to have that monster Kobe Bryant beast mentality if you're going to win in business, period. How do I know this? Well, let's look at the evidence. Let's look at all the businesses that were at one point the biggest in the game, and then all of a sudden now they're out. Why? I just read an article about Nokia. Remember Nokia? They were kings in terms of cell phones. And then the iPhone came out. And I heard that a lot of the executives at Nokia, they weren't really keen on innovation. And so many of the employees of Nokia felt like they felt like it was such a bureaucracy. It was so hard for them to actually get, anything done in terms of innovation that sometimes they just stopped trying. And if you have that mentality where you're not concerned about the future, you're not concerned about AI, you're not concerned about robotics, you're not concerned about the metaverse, all these things, you might as well just go ahead and think about that house in Florida that you're going to move to when you retire, because it's going to be over. Things are changing so quickly, so fast. You have to keep up. You have to keep up, and you have to have this attitude that we are going to succeed and we're going to be better than everybody else that we're competing against. If you have that mentality, you got a shot. It's not guaranteed, but you got a shot. If you don't have that, you don't have a shot. If you're not actively trying to be the best, somebody else is going to come along and take your business, period. It's going to happen. And you understand something. Jobs, are becoming few and far between. And we don't know exactly what the future holds. But AI, the rapid advancement of AI, the rapid advancement of robotics is putting a lot of jobs at risk. And so when you think about all of those people losing their jobs, and then what are they going to do? They're going to get into the gig economy, which is dwindling because of AI and autonomous cars, and robotics are coming along now. And so people are going to be starting businesses that they're going to be hustling. They're going to be trying to figure out how they can use their skills to make money. And so if you have a business and you've been just kind of, drifting along, you're going to start getting people entering your space that are going to be competing with you. And if they have that Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan's mentality, where they're trying to be the best at it, you're toast, because they're going to just far exceed you because you're just trying to do the bare minimum, and you're not going to survive, period. So creating your value proposition is very, very important, guys. I want you to understand that. I want you to try to craft one by talking to your customers and understanding them. And once you understand what they want and once you understand what you offer and how you offer it, put it together in a clear, powerful statement. For example, here's one. We help busy professionals gain control over their finances through easy-to-use budgeting tools that save time and reduce the stress. So they told you who they help. We help busy professionals gain control over their finances through easy-to-use budgeting tools that save time and reduce stress. So if you are a busy professional and you want to gain control over your finances, you're going to listen to this person that just told you that they can help you save time and reduce stress, because that speaks to you specifically. That is a good value proposition. Your business, whatever it is, you have to have a very specific way that you communicate with your potential customer, period. So remember, a great value proposition is specific, it's customer-centered, and clear. It should make someone say, that's exactly what I need, or this person is exactly who I need. So spend a little time on it. Get feedback. You can go to Google Forms. create a Google form, create a survey, type in questions, those questions that we talked about, and figure out who you're helping. Who are they? What's their demographics? How old are they? Where do they work? Where do they live? This is your ideal avatar, your customer avatar, who you're dealing with, who your best ideal customer is. What are their needs? What are they using now? Is that working? Do they like it? Do they not like it? Ask these questions, right? And then you can know you might even create a new product because you've talked to your customers and you determine by doing a Google form and sending out a survey, and Google will put it into a chart form and everything for you. So then you get it back and you say, wow, I've got 80% of my customers who want this thing. I don't offer it, but maybe I should offer it. Okay? It's information that can help you grow. So you get the feedback, you test out your theories, and you adjust it over and over again. That's how you win, period. So final tips. Remember, a great value proposition is specific, customer-centered, and clear. When you speak to your potential customers, you have to be so clear, it's like hitting them over the head. Okay? It should make someone say, that's exactly what I need. Because you're talking to the right person. A lot of people waste a lot of advertising money because they're trying to speak to everybody. No, do not target everybody. Target a specific person that has a specific problem, and you have a specific solution for that specific problem, and you deliver that solution better than anybody else can. That's how you win, my friends. That's how you win in 2024 and beyond. And also, you have to have a spirit that you are not afraid of innovation, that you are not afraid of new things. You have to keep learning. You have to keep challenging yourself, like these live streams that we're doing every day. And I'm forced, and of course, I could have a guest on the show, and that would take a lot of the stress off of me, because I could have a guest talking half the time or more than half the time. I can ask questions and let them do all the talking. But I'm specifically trying to get better at my communication skills, because BlackBusinessList.com, we're getting ready to take off, right? We're getting ready to help businesses all over this country. We already have a listing of people from all over the country. So now we're going to step it up a notch. And now I need to communicate this mission and what it is that we do so that other people can get on board and join us. And so I have to be willing to get out there and do what I need to do to take it to the next level. So I thank you for joining me today and helping me in this experiment. And let me know in the comments what value proposition you came up with for your business. And if you need help with it, reach out. There are people that are in our directory who are experts at business, and they can help you come up and help you craft that value proposition. But do the work first. Create that Google form, send it out to your customers. And you might say, well, I don't have any customers. If you don't have any customers yet, then who are your potential customers? Put together a survey and give it to a few of the people that you could potentially service if you're not in business yet. And let that inform your business decisions. All right, so that's enough of that. I want to thank you for joining me here today. So Winning Wednesdays, until next time, keep focusing on the value that you bring to your customers. I'm Stephen Wicks, and this has been the Winning Wednesday Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. The little thumbs up. Don't forget to like. Oh, boy, get back in focus. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Wishing you peace, blessings, and success. Until next time, goodbye.